Squiz Kids acknowledges the traditional owners of the lands on which we podcast, the Turrbal and Gadigal people.
Squiz Kids!
It's your daily news fix. Fun, free, fresh.
Hello and welcome to Squiz Kids Today, your fresh take on what's happening in the world around you. I'm Joni Jones, it's Friday, June the 2nd. In Squiz Kids Today, a warmer winter ahead, modern tech on an ancient pharaoh, original rock and roll lyrics, and go Kokonakis, that's what's making news kid style.
The lowdown.
For those of you kids who hit the netball court or the footy field, tennis court, pool, surf break, or anywhere outside, it's sometimes a little harder in winter with a chill in the air and frost on the ground. So here's some news for you. Actually, this is also for all the parents who are bundled up on the sidelines watching. Brrr. This winter, which started yesterday, is predicted to be unusually warm and abnormally dry, with clear skies and sunny days ahead. The Bureau of Meteorology, which is the government agency that studies weather, has released its long-range winter forecast, with higher than average temperatures expected. So even though winter is typically our coldest time, this year we've had an extra chilly autumn, with May masquerading as winter. That's a pretty cool word, isn't it? Masquerading. It means that it was pretending to be, because many weather stations across the country recorded their coldest May temperatures on record, with frequent frost in the north and several snowfalls down south, but very early on in the snow season. The long-range forecast also added that while the days will be warmer, nights are set to be colder than average. So, t-shirts during the day and extra blankets at night. Done.
Spin the globe.
Each day we give the world globe a spin and find a news story from wherever it stops. And today we've landed in Brazil, Australia, Italy and Egypt. Hold on, that's a lot of places. Because scientists from all of these countries have been working together to recreate what King Tutankhamun's face actually looked like. Have you heard of King Tutankhamun? He was an ancient pharaoh who ruled Egypt 3,000 years ago. In fact, he was a kid when he was crowned king at age 9. And it was only 100 years ago that his tomb was discovered by archaeologists in Egypt's Valley of the Kings. Back when he was alive, we all know that 3,000 years ago was a very, very long time ago, modern technologies like cameras and computers weren't invented, so we never knew what he actually looked like. Now these scientists have brought his face to life, using a digital model of his mummified skull. They describe this project like detective work, using all bits of evidence and linking them together to establish incredible detail, like the size of his lips, the position of his eyes, and the height of his ears and nose, saying he looked like a young student with delicate features, and not like a king at all. You can see him for yourself. I'll post a link to the images in your episode notes.
Pop Culture Corner.
There really are only a few songs in music history that gets played on every family road trip, at backyard barbecues, or at friends' parties, and almost everyone knows and sings along. Try and take a guess at which song I might be talking about here. It's one of the most famous rock and roll songs of all time, sung by the band Queen. It has a piano ballad, high-pitched opera, and then tumbles into a head-banging classic. Okay, I'm not going to sing it here, but I'm talking about Bohemian Rhapsody, written by Queen's lead singer Freddie Mercury. And it seems it almost wasn't going to be called that. A tatty old piece of paper with scribbled pencil shows Freddie's first draft of the song. You can clearly see he had other ideas, writing Mongolian Rhapsody before crossing it out and writing Bohemian Rhapsody instead. Because of the song's incredible success, this old piece of paper is a pretty significant artefact in music history, and next week will be auctioned in New York, estimated to fetch a rock and roll sum of $2.5 million. Mongolian Rhapsody. I'm not so sure if it has the same ring to it.
Sport time!
Come on, we all have to get behind tennis star Thanasi Kokkinakis, who notched up a major win at the French Open in Paris. It's possibly one of the greatest victories of his career, beating Swiss Grand Slam champ Stan Wawrinka. It was a long, gritty grudge match for the pair, going head-to-head in a 5-set thriller. And do you know how long that lasted? 4 hours and 38 minutes. You may know Thanasi, who is from Adelaide, and is one of the Special Ks, when he teams up with his friend and fellow Aussie Nick Kyrgios, becoming our doubles tennis super duo. Kokkinakis now faces Russian's Karen Khachanov in the 3rd round, which will be on very late tonight.
Time for the Squiz.
This is the part of the podcast where you get to test how well you've been listening. Question number 1. King Tutankhamun was an ancient ruler of which country? It was Egypt. Question 2. The famous song Bohemian Rhapsody almost didn't get that name. Lyrics written by Freddie Mercury show there was another suggestion of what the song could be called. What was it? It was Mongolian Rhapsody. And question 3. Where in Australia is tennis player Thanasi Kokkinakis from? He's from Adelaide.
Shout outs.
It's June the 2nd. Happy birthday to cricketer Steve Smith and surfer Taj Burrows. It's also a Friday, and you know what that means? Lots of birthday shout-outs, which means it's time to crack out the birthday reggae tune. Hit it. It's a happy birthday today to Charlotte from Elderslie, Xavier from Helensvale, Tex from Mermaid Waters, Olivia from French's Forest, Sophie from Point Lonsdale, Quinn from Mount Gravatt, Saxon from Port Douglas, Sienna C from Burpengary, Mia from Camberwell, Lil from Sutherland, Jake from Sydney, and Tree listening all the way over in Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam. Belated shoutouts go to Ben from Valentine, Chelsea from Pitt-Town, and Makeley from Holsworthy. And to all of those Squiz kids having a birthday over the weekend, Eliza and Ava from Exeter, Ebony from Ruse, Oliver from Oran Park, Evan from Bexley, Elliot from Flemington, Olivia from Yandina, Isaac from Mount Gravatt, Finn from Kellyville, Equa from Hobart, Chloe from Eltham, Harry from Junee, Frederick from Abbotsford, James from North Ainslie, Winnie from Marrickville, Jazara from Sutherland North, Kobe from Dianella, Zach from Goulburn, Jakaya from Albany Hills, William from Wavell Heights, Maximus from Penrith, and Pauline also listening all the way over in Ho Chi Minh in Vietnam, and Ziggy listening from a sailing boat called the Kuiana. Don't forget, if you've got a birthday coming up and you want a shout out, or if you want a classroom shout out, drop us a line at squizkids@thesquiz.com.au or fill out the form on our website. That's all we've got time for. Thanks for listening to Squiz Kids today. We'll be back again on Monday. In the meantime, get out there and have the most excellent weekend. Over and out.